say he's expected to miss Thursday and Friday's back-to-backs. And he is also having trouble making hard cuts and exploding since his return. So Chris Broussard is joining us now. And Chris, we need to know, has Father Time caught up to the king?
Well, the language you used is critical. Caught up, that's too ambitious. No, he is not caught up to LeBron James.
Oh,
but
wow.
he is certainly gaining on him. There's no doubt about it. He's gaining on him. He's right on LeBron's tail. We know LeBron's 36 years old in his 18th season. And I believe 6 or 7 years ago, LeBron would have been through this injury and playing, and this thing would not be lingering. But as you guys know this, as you get older, it becomes harder to recover from injuries. And that is what we're seeing with LeBron James. We're talking about a guy who's been an Iron Man, one of the best Iron Men we've seen in league history. And now 2 of the last 3 years, he's had serious injuries that kept him out for 24 games or so in each season. And then the 1 year he was able to play through it, he got a 4-month hiatus because of the pandemic. So there's no doubt in my mind that LeBron is having trouble returning from these injuries, whereas he would not have had as much trouble coming back from them years ago. He's still playing great ball when he's on the floor. We know he was a leading MVP candidate. He was 25-8-8 before he got injured. So that's not an issue so much, but his ability to recover is the thing. Look, he is in his, as I said, his 18th year, and he's 19th all-time in regular season games played. He's first all-time in playoff games played. He's played on 3 Olympic teams. That is a lot of wear and tear on a body, and it's starting to get to LeBron, although it hadn't caught him completely.
Well, you,
Chris, are absolutely correct. The phrasing is very important. Has Father Time caught up with LeBron? Yes, caught up 2 years ago to LeBron, and now he's trying to tackle him. Because if you look at, and you mentioned everything that I'm going to point to, 2018 and 19 was the first time that we saw him suffer a serious injury that forced him to end a season. Now, whether you think he did that out of convenience or whatever, the fact of the matter is, it's the first time that he ever did it. And I know that my analytical friends are going to look at the overall numbers and say, well, they really haven't dipped. In some cases, they've been the same. I think Nick Wright probably has quoted those numbers. But it doesn't look at all of the numbers. And if you look at 2 years ago, value over replacement and a couple of the other deeper analytic numbers, they're the lowest that he's had since his rookie year. So with LeBron and his ability to work the game and have the ball in his hands as much as he has with the Lakers to be a playmaker, those numbers are always going to be healthy. But we know that he has ratcheted down what he does defensively in a major way. And offensively, he's simply not doing everything that he used to do. So what we're seeing him is play a very different game now. Still produces numbers, but it's not quite the same dynamic game that we've seen in the past. So there is no question that Father Time has caught up with him. It's just a matter of whether he can recover one more time to go for another ring. But the effects, we're seeing the effects, and we've seen him for a couple of years now.
You know what's interesting? Father Time didn't catch LeBron. LeBron met up with Father Time. Now, let me explain this one to you. When he left and flew in, probably private, to the airport in Los Angeles, LAX, probably signature, you know what I mean? And he got off. You know who was waiting there for him? Hey, what's going on? It was Father Time. Come on, get on off this plane. Look, I'm going to tell you what. We're going to come play for these Lakers. We're going to get at least 1 championship, maybe 2. But look, we got to have a discussion here. So while I'm showing you around looking for some homes and stuff like that. Yes, Father Time was LeBron's realtor, people. He was showing them around. In fact, he said, if you're going to get a home here and you're going to come play for the LA Lakers, I get a room. So Father Time is living with LeBron James. He isn't just a part of LeBron James's life as, oh, did he catch up to him or he's trying to tackle? No, he's not being aggressive with LeBron James. All he's doing is saying that, look, I visit everybody, but it depends on how you want our relationship to be. That's going to be the deciding factor here. So if you treat me good, I'm going to let you get away with what you need to get away with for the amount of time where it's actually debatable if I'm even around you. So that's the thing about LeBron. Prior to coming here, you guys already said it. He was at 94% of playing time. 94%. Ever since he's been with the Lakers, it's in the 70s. I think it's at 76%. He didn't miss games. The only time he ever really had a significant miss was in 2014-15 season. And that was what? He missed 10 games in that season. So now you're looking at where he is now. If you're looking at his age, his body, the way his game is, and what it depends on him to be able to have the success as LeBron James on the court. It's his explosive movements. They're saying he's struggling with explosive movements. When you think about high ankle sprains, you know that heavy weight-bearing injuries are the worst type of injuries for an explosive player. They're hard to get through. They're hard to deal with. A growing, a high ankle, any type of toes, Achilles tendons, knees, all of those things are going to be a problem. And these are some of the injuries that LeBron has found himself dealing with. Those are age, body weathering injuries that we're talking about for LeBron James. So, no, he didn't have to get caught up to by Father Time. Father Time was just waiting on him. They just happened to have a good little conversation, good little relationship going on right now, Broussard.
No, with all due respect, gentlemen, y'all don't know Father Time. Father Time isn't that kind, LeVar. He's not that nice. Father Time doesn't negotiate. Father Time doesn't negotiate. You know who's with LeBron?
I know Father Time personally.
Little brother Time is with LeBron. Nephew Time is with LeBron. All right,
good.
they're the ones that'll negotiate. Okay, you're not quite. We're not going to totally take it from you. We're going to, you're going to have trouble getting back from these injuries.
It ain't the biggest Billy Goat.
Tell me the player in any sport who was on pace to win an MVP award and won an NBA championship with Father Time on his back. Who? That was LeBron won the Finals MVP.
Tom Brady won the Super Bowl.
Well, I don't think has Father Time caught Tom Brady?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers is 38 years old.
No, that's my point, guys. Father Time is not a number. Aaron Rodgers has not been caught by Father Time. Tom Brady has not been caught by Father Time. He will, and both of them will, and so will LeBron. But there is no way. You're not winning MVP. You're not winning the NBA championship as the lead dog when Father Time's on your back. I'm sorry.
Man, well, we have different opinions on that one. We got to at some point define what Father Time catching up to you represents. What's the terminology of that? Because let me tell you something. If you got to jump in a hot tub and a cold tub, if you got to have somebody like knock out all of the legions and the buildup that you have in your legs and stretch you for hours at a time and do all of these crazy different things from acupuncture to all the millions that we hear guys are spending, that's because they're dealing with Father Time. No other reason. I mean, that is really it. Like preventative measures at one point, but once you get to a certain point, you are dealing with Father Time and your joints tell you you're dealing with Father. Believe me, when I stand up from leaving this stage today, I will have to deal with Father Time and tell him, can I please straighten up my back just to be able to walk to the car so people don't think I'm this old, decrepit football player that does TV now. We all have to deal with Father Time. I know Father Time, Chris Broussard. I definitely do. And speaking of
this is the deal that LeBron James has made with Father Time. Because Father Time has said, hey, look, bills due. And LeBron said, well, wait a minute. What if I get Anthony Davis? What if I get a young gun next to me? And what if I replace Rajon Rondo, who's another guy that's facing you and is hanging out with you in the condo? What if I go get a Dennis Schroeder? Can I get a little more time? Can you spare me? And you know what? Here's the thing. What if I play below the free throw line? What if I play the old man game where I'm going to post more often than I'm going to try to take people off the dribble. If you look at the way teams are playing LeBron now, they are recognizing that Father Time is asking for the bill due because they're playing him with all bigs now. Used to be if you put a Brooke Lopez